I have been working with property investors throughout the whole of Portugal now for the past 5 years, helping them get fantastic ROIs. And right now I am seeing the best investment opportunities in the Algarve in the short-term rental market. In this video, I want to explain exactly how and why and what the returns look like. So the Algarve has been changing a lot over the past 5 years. It used to be incredibly busy in the summer, which it still is. And then it used to be incredibly quiet in the winter. So you had two very, very different seasons here. So before, the short-term rental market was still very hot and people were making good returns in the summer, but then they weren't able to rent their property out in the off-season. Right now we are seeing a big change to that, where the summer is still just as busy and getting busier year round, but we are also seeing that the winter seasons, especially straight after summer, which is now considered golfers season, where you're getting a lot of trips coming from the UK and groups from all over coming to play award-winning golf courses here when the weather is still incredible and the courses are a little bit more quiet at this time of year. So you are able, if you have a property in the central Algarve or around some of the award-winning golf courses, you can get a very high occupancy year-round with very predictable and high income, which is fantastic. Now, even in January, which is the day and the month right now, the Algarve is so busy. I've never seen it like this, and we're starting to see a big flip every single year. Every person that I'm talking to is talking about how much busier it is this time of year. There's a lot of people coming over from the UK for a few weeks at a time. So right now we are also seeing a high occupancy for our clients, villas and apartments here in the Algarve. So they are getting such a high return because they're basing a lot of their return numbers off just the summer months and a few weeks here and there throughout the year, and they're still were projected to get a 6 or 7% return just off the few weeks they were going to get it rented in the high seasons. But now they're getting such high occupancy year round that the returns are just incredible, and my clients as of late are looking at netting 9, 10, 11% a year, which is incredible. And one of the best things about renting your property on the short-term rental market is that you're able to actually use your property here in the Algarve. It's not like you have a year-long tenant living in there where you never get to use your property. Here, when you rent it out in the short-term market, you can come on the beautiful off-seasons like this in January, where we have sunny blue skies without a cloud in the sky. So you get to come during this time of year when the property may not be rented for a week and really enjoy your incredible villa here while getting those fantastic returns on your investment here in Portugal. So you really get the best of both worlds. So let's talk about some of the costs of purchasing a property and the returns that you're going to get here in the Algarve. So let's say you're purchasing an investment property for 1 million euros. You're going to have to pay some closing costs on top of that initial purchase price for the property. These closing costs include IMT, stamp duty, and I've made further videos about all the closing costs involved in purchasing a property in the Algarve and in Portugal as a whole. But to give you some rough figures, the IMT, you're looking at 7.5%. It can be lower if you are a resident here in Portugal, but if you are a foreigner, right now we're looking at a flat 7.5% on a property purchase here. Stamp duty is at 0.8%. So let's say you're looking at a full in price of 1.1 million, being on the very conservative side if you're purchasing that property for 1 million euros. Now, in the cases of my clients, I do like showing them properties where you can add a bit of value, whether you remodel the kitchen, some bathrooms, add some wow features, because this is something we're very, very good at, is understanding what properties are going to sell. So properties have to look very good on photos, so when you're putting it onto the market, families and people who are looking to rent these villas out say, wow, I really need to stay in that villa. Whether it's an incredible rooftop with a jacuzzi, with a fantastic view, or whether the community that you're in has fantastic amenities, the photos have to look amazing. So I recommend that if you can redo the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the little money that it costs to put into this, you get a fantastic and huge ROI on the property. Not only does it increase the value of the property, but you also get a considerable return on your investment through the additional money you can charge per week for these properties. If you are interested in learning more about investing in a property in the Algarve, the types of returns that you can get, and the properties that we have done with our clients previously, we can show you around those, show you the case studies in person or via our online consultation. You can click the first link in the description below to book a free call with me or a member of my team. I look forward to seeing you there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.